For an instant, she didn't move or breathe or remember what she was doing. Why did the picture bug her? It was taken on opening night of Scrooge last winter, she and Tim both dressed in their costumes. But something about his eyes wasn't right, like she was any other fan, lucky to have her picture taken with him. He was her boyfriend, but his expression would have been the same if she wasn't in the picture at all. Focus! She turned her attention back to the bag and picked up where she left off. Socks, her Bible, the journal her mom gave her for the trip, half a dozen other necessities, and she zipped the top. Tim was attending the retreat for sure, which was good. They needed to talk. Bailey hoped time alone at the campsite would bring them closer to God and each other. Something to help her remember why she was dating him when her heart couldn't stop thinking about Cody. A sad sigh slipped through her lips as she slung the duffel bag over her shoulder. Cody wouldn't be there this weekend. He had plans with his mom, last Bailey heard. Just as well. Cody never seemed to want more than a friendship with her, but when Bailey was near him, she could barely remember Tim's name. That had to mean something, right? She and Cody were closer now than they'd been for a while. They texted sometimes, and once in a while they even talked on the phone. Tim said he didn't mind this and was confident in who he was and with his place in Bailey's life, even if privately Bailey had doubts. Bailey breathed deep and steadied her heart. Forget about the guys. This weekend was about time alone with God and her friends from crew. Her ringtone went off just as she left her room. The caller ID told her it was Tim, and she smiled. He was a great guy, really. If it weren't for Cody, she'd probably be wondering whether Tim was maybe the one she could spend her life with. Her crush on Tim had lasted since she was a sophomore in high school, and now that they'd been dating for more than a year, she should have been the happiest girl on the Indiana campus. She slid her phone open. Hey! She kept her tone upbeat. Don't tell me you're already there. Hey. His voice told her something was wrong. I've got strep throat. 102 fever. I'm a wreck. No. Disappointment came over her. She'd pictured taking walks with Tim during free time at the retreat, learning more about his dreams for the future, maybe getting past her uncertainty and finding a stronger connection with him. Did you go to the doctor? We just got back. I'm in bed all weekend. Doc says no going out, no visitors, and to take all my antibiotics. I guess it's really contagious. That's terrible. Bailey flopped onto her bed. As sorry as she was about how this changed the feel of the retreat, she felt worse for him. Okay. Well, get some rest and take care of yourself. I'll call you Monday. Okay. He sounded defeated. I'll pray for you. You too. They hung up, and Bailey slumped over her knees. Maybe she wouldn't go after all. There was a chance of rain, so how much fun would that be, stuck in a cabin with a bunch of girls she didn't know that well, trying to stay dry all weekend? She sighed, but as she did, she caught a glimpse of the sky, a sliver of blue between the clouds. The school year was wrapping up, and classes this week had been tougher than she expected. She was worried about a couple upcoming finals. Between that and the New York audition she was hoping for in August, she needed this time, needed to be close to God to prepare for whatever the next season in life held. Fine. She spoke the word out loud, as if God were standing there watching her, which he was, in a way. I'll go, Lord, and you go with me, okay? She couldn't think of a single time when she'd gone to a church camp or retreat or listened to a sermon and not come home with something special, some way that the Lord had proved the time well spent. This retreat would be no different. Maybe she'd get closer to the girls in her Bible study. They had plans to start up again in the fall, and next term maybe they would become closer friends outside crew. She knew some of the girls had to be struggling the way Andi was, with the campus party life or guys who wanted more than they were willing to give. Their struggles were the same.